I know what you're thinking. This has nothing to do with the Spirit Exodus, but you know what? We'll get to that stuff a little bit later on. This is runway 10 left. And a little bit later, we'll head over to 10 right, which is where I get all of the Spirit activity. Some good stuff, really. But for now here, just check out this former Northwest Airlines 757-200. I had inadvertently rigged the camera here to shoot in slow motion. That was not by design, but we'll just follow through. Finally, I want to express my condolences to those affected by the loss of UPS 2976 in Louisville. I did make a short about it from what I observed in the videos. Check that out on the shorts there. Southwest, another one you say, right? Yes, it is. 2842 inbound from San Juan, PR. A place that might be underwater here soon with Hurricane Melissa. I wish nobody harm over there, and hopefully you're taking proper action to prepare for that devastating storm that will be in the vicinity soon. Right next to the VOR as I stand here getting just barraged by high frequency radio waves comes Allegiant 524 inbound from Asheville, North Carolina in a brand spanking new Dash 8200. And now Dash 8200, by that of course I mean Max 8. Nice firm touchdown. Holding the nose off as if he's using aerodynamic braking. We all know that's a myth in commercial jet aircraft. Delta Airlines. Now remember, when you spell Delta Airlines, don't forget to separate the air from the lines, or they'll get very mad at you. Pitching down as he bucks the winds here. Delta Airlines 745. Look at that nose down pitch. Wow. Inbound from Salt Lake with another pitch down. It's not something you see very often in the 321. Inbound from Salt Lake City in a 1-year-old A321 Neo jet. There's your firm touchdown. Well done. And JetBlue in a 320. There's your terminal there. This one looks like it's in need of some TLC, my friends. JetBlue, another airline going through its struggles. There's a lot of merger talks out there in different social forums, none of which have been substantiated on this one. But this is Kaiser Air number 613. And I've seen this aircraft in LAX before. It is inbound from Las Vegas, Nevada, approaching runway 10 right. So we will not get a touchdown at all. But this is a private charter aircraft. I want to say they're based out of San Francisco, but don't quote me on that. And it's usually run by Chinese charter aircraft here, with a beautiful cloudy backdrop there as they approach the treetops from my vantage point. Kaiser 613, welcome to Fort Lauderdale International. That is, that's it. Into the trees they go. Have a safe landing. Hey, let's say hello now to JetBlue 1371 inbound from LaGarbage, better known as LaGuardia Airport in New York City, in a 20-year-old Airbus A320. This is what I love about South Florida. You get some fantastic backdrops with those clouds, man. They can make any Airbus or any airplane for that matter look awesome. Left wing down, left bogey down first. What a cheater, but he made it look nice. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. As we look through the VORs, WestJet 1232 inbound from Toronto here at Fort Lauderdale. Did you know, just up the street at Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, that's where everything started for turbojets. 18 years ago at an outfit here called Jet University. Did you ever hear of that? Jet U? One of the most corrupt, one of the most just fake places a person can ever spend their money. It was completely corrupt. It was a Ponzi scheme set up, but I was one of the very few students there that got what I paid for. And that came with a guaranteed position with an airline called Pinnacle Airlines. If you pay us money, we'll get you a job. And I was a select few that got that promise. But there were many others like me that were shafted by the people that run that outfit. Jet U, look it up. I was there. Right, it is American 2870 inbound from Charlotte Douglas to Queen City. In that friggin' lovely looking Neo 321. Left bogey down. Oh, that was good and firm. I love that action. Thank you for that, American. Next up for the 1-0 left approach, Copa 265 desde Panama City. Alright, whatever I said, I'm sure you understood it. Here it comes. These guys have a weird registration. It's like a really long one. I think it starts with HP, a bunch of numbers, and then CMP for commercial aviation. But yeah, overkill. Oh, Star Alliance livery. Okay, I like this. It's not just an old continental looking airline livery that they usually come with. How will they be? Will they give us drama like the American? We certainly hope so. No, they did a little bit of a bounce. Perfect. Anything that's just a run-of-the-mill landing. But that was action. Nice. This is Spirit 1329 inbound from Tegucigalpa. Ooh, what's this? It's a Skittles livery. Nice. I haven't seen this for a minute. So the tail number will be in the 630s on this one. The rolling shutter. Oh, yes. What a nice touchdown that was. It's always good to see the rain or the Skittles paint job. So the home of Spirit Airlines. Here we are at Fort Lauderdale. This is the south side of the airport now. It seems like there'll be better vantage, better action, better everything on this side. But you know what? As I train in on this CO 321 from Spirit Airlines, this is the place where I went to for my new hire training at Spirit Airlines. Right there, my friends. That would have been in October of 2019. This is Shelter Air, but we ran classrooms inside here, and right out that window there, this top floor there, is where yours truly learned how to be a Spirit pilot. So as I kind of regale my time at Spirit Airlines, let's see if we can catch a view of these pilots in this cockpit, who are maneuvering this jet for takeoff with a very uncertain future of what is in store for them. And I gotta tell you, it is never a happy time at any airline when there is just uncertainty looming if whether or not you will have a job in the near future. And gosh, my heart goes out to every one of these pilots and flight attendants and everybody who is just a blue-collar worker for Spirit Airlines. My heart goes out to you, and I wish you the best of luck. All right, here we got a ghost plane. This is a G2? No way, a G280, okay. Nothing on it on the radar tracking sites, and I can't be bothered to see where it's coming in from, but it looks rather cool. So I'll take a look at it. Wow, that's a bit wobbly. All right. And back to my Spirit Airlines story here. So these guys are going to Pensacola, by the way. What? They're going to take a 321 to Pensacola? Let me double check that to see if I'm not talking smart. Yep, you're going to Pensacola. But anyway, as I was saying, like when I joined this airline and was in this classrooms there, or those classrooms rather, airline it was just a booming airline, and they were making money. But they haven't made money since the year that I got hired there, which was 2019. They haven't made a single penny since then. Sad but true. The uncertainty wins, and that's what I feel sorry for them the most about. Flotation touching down. That's a CJ2 inbound from Fort Myers, Florida. Swing and a miss. Back in the air it goes. And kaplunk. Next up, Spirit Wings 338 inbound from San Jose. Nope, not San Jose del Cabo. Nope, not San Jose, California. San Jose, Costa Rica. That's where this guy's coming in from. Beautifully done. That was a fantastic touchdown. Get the nose down, bros. Let's go. This ain't your grandpa's Cessna. Get the nose down. Thank you. Cheese and rice. So there's another attribute that I just remembered about flying here at Fort Lauderdale Airport. No, it's not the helicopter there, but I'm going to try to make this as steady as I can as I pan over towards the east on runway 10, right? You might start to notice that the runway does have an upslope to it right about there. And like, it's just uphill. Look at that. It slants fairly upwards. And I remember always thinking to myself, like, are we actually going to make this takeoff this heavy? Because it starts to go uphill quite considerably right around there, 6,000 remaining marker. And so it was something that we like to land in because it kept your brakes cool. Remember, Spirit Airlines airplanes do not have brake fans. So you want to keep them cool, you don't have to use the brakes so much on an upsloping runway. But look at the slope on it. On this shot here, you can really tell as I hold steady as I can. It's a very uphill slope runway. Alright, that's enough. Well, who do we have here? Ooh, and a bounce. Yeah, thank you for that, JetBlue. Get the nose down. There she goes. That was a cool little bounce. Alright, Spirit 324 to Pensacola is now finally taking position onto the runway. I hear some children in the background. I don't know if you can. You probably can't. Because they are in my AirPods. I wonder who's on what? I'm a plane spotting with AirPods in. Alright, 324, power up those IAE V2533 motors and let's get the f*** out of Fort Lauderdale. Let's go. Having 5 flight attendants on their A321s, whereas most airlines only use 4. Their seat capacity, their density is so much that they have to have 5 flight attendants in the A321s. What a useless trivia knowledge there. I'm holding as steady as I can with no tripod. Some idiot left it in the hotel room. Some idiot left it, and my girlfriend is so quick to ask who was it. I wonder who that was. Yes, darling. Yes, it was me, honey. Okay, anyways, here comes another JetBlue Airways rolling about there along its longitudinal axis. I don't know where they're inbound from. I think they're coming from Santiago, but I'm not sure. It is a marvelous day here at Fort Lauderdale for plane spotting, as you can tell. And this is the perfect time of the year for this as well. It is, that's confirmed. It is not hot, it is not cold. It is just right. Delta 2345, alright. In an old school OG Delta paint job, or Delta Airlines 757-200. Inbound from Atlanta Hartsfield. We will not see the touchdown because they are on 10 left and I am at 10 right. But this is an OG Warrior without winglets. Remember the other day when I shot in Atlanta, we saw that guy on his cell phone in the cockpit? Now remember, it's okay. He was not an active crew member, so it's not illegal. Okay, that's it. No more. That's it. do you see what I see? This looks like a Mad Dog. Yeah, that is a Mad Dog, and if we can read that tail number, I can tell you all about it. Alright, can you read it? Because I can't yet. But we'll see who it is, and also for the 737, we want to find out all about this one too. Oh, this is the Kaiser one, isn't it? Yeah, I believe that's the Kaiser one. That's the fucking one that came in from Vegas. Spirit Wings, 244 inbound now from Guatemala City. And Ned's Kids number 980. You know what I'm saying. 980 of 994, I believe they have. Whale song, being sung. A lot of Pratt & Whitney wind turbofans. No need for all that braking force when you're going uphill. That's what I'm talking about earlier, see? Right off the runway they go. Right on, friends. Let's see how the unmarked G5 does here at Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. Ghost plane with a massively long legs. Look at that. Oh, it's a Hard Rock jet. Nice. The Hard Rock private jets. Sweet. Coming down at a good clip, but they save it and rolls it right the fuck on. Look at that. Can we see the Hard Rock from here? Let me look. Alright, that unmarked Hard Rock just came in from Houston Intercontinental Airport. Now, you might find it peculiar that they are taxiing forward with their bucket reversers open. Their clamshells are open. And you would probably say, oh, you're not supposed to taxi forward with your with your reversers open. But I will have you know that other jets can do that because those engines are high above the ground. They're not near the ground like low slung over or under the wing engines. And then you'll see one stowed in the forward position and one in the reverse position, and that's just to manage its forward speed. So that's just one of those things that we don't see very often on plane spotting. But yeah, there are planes that taxi with their reversers open. No big deal. Now check this out. This is a very small beach. UC-12 Huron inbound from Puerto freaking Rico, bro, in this little thing. All the way from San Juan, Puerto Rico. So you know it's going to get some love on my channel here. Wow, it looks funny coming down. All the way from PR. Wow, that's good shit. Right on, my friends. Next up is JetBlue number 38 inbound from San Jose, just like the other one. San Jose, Costa Rica. Okay, there it goes. Well, who do we have here? Who do we have here? What's this one? Alright, 703. This is Spirit Wings 2800 going to Houston Intercontinental. Spirit Wings 489 is here inbound from Tampa, Florida. Short hop. Ooh, swinging him. Nope. There's a left wing down, but then ultimately hit the right one first. He did the one wheel a little bit too soon, it looks like. The wind is picking up, my friends, so it might make for some good landings here soon. Spirit Wings 2800, I believe I said it was, heading to Pensacola, finally taking off. JetBlue JetBlue Airways, 1383 now from Guatemala City. Here we go. Look at that beautiful tail. Coming down fast, coming down fast. Will we save it? Ooh, a swing and a miss, and that was a good save. Next up is JetBlue 826 from Montego Bay. That is in where? You guessed it, Jamaica. I love this new livery on the A320s. It looks great. All right, come on, Canon. Come on, Canon. Reveal the next R7 Mark II, because I want to get rid of this rolling shutter shit. All right, here we go now. Spirit Wing 790 inbound from Phoenix, Arizona. It must be pretty ominous to leave Phoenix, Arizona, because they overfly either Marana or Goodyear and see all those yellow planes parked there derelict. There's an uncertain future. I would not like to be a sport pilot leaving Phoenix. Looking down. Nice and firm. Thank you for that, my good friends. Thank you for that. That was good drama. Yeah, look at that. Okay, baby. Your hoodie, baby. I know, I'm so sorry. I'm recording. I can't talk about it right now. Baby, I'm so sorry, though. I'm so sorry about your cramps. My audience is going to hear all about it as I record Spirit Airlines downwind, it looks like, for Lauderdale here. Alright, I didn't have time to look this one up here, but I do believe they're inbound from San Pedro Sula. SAP. Alright, here we go. The bogey is down on the left side for a very, very smooth touchdown. Nicely done. Whoa, guys, excuse me. Okay, this is Spirit 142 inbound from Santo Domingo. I didn't mean to burp in the fucking shot, guys, but sometimes it happens. I'm only human. What, you never burp? No, people are human. Here we go, touchdown, smooth as butter in glass. Oh my gosh. I don't know who the one in the background is, but this is Spirit 2630. 2630 is inbound from Charlotte Douglas International. Alright, here we go. What kind of performance will the Pratt & Whitney equipped Neo give us? Oh, it's too smooth. No drama. Alright, so nope, there's an aircraft that just came off the runway, 705 NK. From wherever I said it was, and we're just going to continue or finish off their runway sweep. Oh, and by the way, did you hear that? Spirit Airlines in merger talks again as they navigate their second bankruptcy within 12 months? I just read about this. I can't remember which news article I got it from, but if that's true, that could spell a bright future for that yellow plane there. Here's to having the fingers crossed for sure. Spirit Wings 784 now inbound from Punta Cana in the DR, I believe that is. Baby, is Punta Cana in the DR? She says yes, so good. I finally got something right. touchdown. Oh my lord, guys, no drama. This is too fucking smooth. I mean, too freaking smooth. It's getting dark out here. This is Spirit Wings 328. They are headed to Newark, New Jersey. Can we see inside? Nope. It's too dark inside there. Alright guys, they're going to take the runway now. We're going to capture the tire process. Will they bag an engine? Will they blow a tire? No, they're just going to have a nice rotation, smooth takeoff. And off into the sunset they will ride. It is a gorgeous looking sky out here today. Now let's hear these IAEs spool up. You can see the combustor exhaust, nice. Ooh, that's a fast rotation. Dare I say, almost a tail strike? We'll go back into the post-review editing and figure that that tail almost hit the ground. It seemed like a pretty fast rotation though. Alright, here comes Skittles again, 629 NK, they're heading over to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International. But for now, they're going to hold short and just chill right there. Hey, was that a wave? No, that might have been. That pilot might have waved at us. You can see the yellow iPad holder, I've still got that. They did not request that from me when I left that airline, so I still have mine. Spirit Wings 946 inbound from Cartagena in Colombia. Holy shit, there's an MD-11 behind it on the other side. Will I have to sacrifice the Spirit to capture that one? We will find out very soon. This guy's landing long as shit. Oh my god, that's pretty far down the runway. Alright. Because now we've got this MD-11, something we don't see very often on any channel anymore. Beautiful three-holer. Probably got some age to it, or of course it does. It's probably built in the 90s. Alright, that's it. We'll capture it on its rollout. Oops, Skittles is powering up to take off. That's a stolen piece of equipment, so that's a little bit. Did you know that in aviation, when you take a plane off of another one, it's called robbing it. So that piece was robbed off another aircraft. That is the technical term, robbed. Here's something rare for Fort Lauderdale. We're going to have two 757s inbound. That one is inbound from Hartsfield Jackson, a regular flight. But then we've got an 8000 series flight number coming in on the parallel inbound from Houston, Texas. That is a chartered aircraft. I don't remember what the flight number on this one is, but the tail number is 6716 Charlie. You can see some rudder movement there. Oh, maybe that's not this one, I don't know. Because I think 6716 might have winglets on it. Whatever, we'll check it out here soon. But 2 aircraft on final approach at the same time for Fort Lauderdale, 757s. What did it tell you? That was 1735 from Hartsfield in 6716 Charlie, so that was all correct. Now let's check out the other one on final approach for the south side here. Right on there, 8852 is the flight number for this one inbound from Houston Hobby Airport. November 663 DN, I believe, is the tail number here. Very old, 757-200. In the old school configuration. No, okay, here, shut up. Jeez Louise, bro. It doesn't get much more buttery than that shit, man, I'll tell you what. Now, did you notice the age of this aircraft? I think this one is quite old. As I'm speaking here, I don't know that for a fact, but I do believe it's actually old. Look at all the innards of the speed brake and spoilers. So I don't know. Oh, this is going to JFK. Excellent. JetBlue Flight 602. Look at those burners glowing red back there. That's amazing. It is the red hot golden hour here at Fort Lauderdale International. You can basically hear a pin drop now. That might be it, folks, for this shoot. See you later. Peace. Let's go and check out this one more time. Tail is actually pretty clean on this one. Wow, that's very rare. I wonder if they're going to just park it right here on the hard stand. I think they are, really. So there's that Delta jet over there. Okay, wait a minute. I think this is 1903 or 1906 on the JetBlue. And it says here they are diverting to Fort Lauderdale. This is a diversion aircraft. Supposed to be headed to San Juan, Puerto Rico. But instead they are landing here. So let's have it. Honey, did you see the flight number on this thing? Were you able to look it up? Because I can't. Just look at the airplane that's touching down right now. 1903, she says. And where's it coming in from? Raleigh-Durham, she says. Okay, it's coming from Raleigh-Durham. Inbound from Raleigh-Durham. Diversion from San Juan, Puerto Rico. This guy is floating all the way down the runway. And it's down. But I am curious to know what led to its diversion here to Fort Lauderdale. That is very, very curious. I'll keep my eye on this. I was just about to leave, too. Holy moly, this might not actually be the finale shot here. Look at that freaking sky, guys. Holy F. Spirit Wings 236 comes inbound from Medellin, Colombia. Alright, welcome to Fort Lauderdale. Welcome home. Alright, the door is open. And there's one pilot coming down. And the ramp agent. So yeah, okay. This is just a repositioning flight. There's a golf cart there to pick up the pilots. As the first officer does their post-flight walk around of the airplane. Nobody fancy, just a repositioning flight off of inbound from Houston. Okay, nothing to say here. Okay, so yep, I think that's it. There's two airplanes on the final approach there. I believe both of them are going to the north side. This one might be cutting south. But I'll leave you with such a beautiful looking sky. Look at all those aerial vehicles out there. A couple of drones there, a couple of birds, a couple of airplanes, southwest. Now we got this guy. And my battery's just about... Ooh, shut up. Maybe my battery should freaking turn off right now. No, my battery on my camera battery is just about to die. I've got more, but it's time to go anyway. Oh God! All I want to do is get the gear. All I want to do is get the gear retraction, then I'll be good. Let's see. Will it last? It's flashing red. The gear is going to come up. Yes, it does. Looks like something fell off of it.